Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has praised the strong and resilient partnership between Australia and Indonesia, emphasizing their ability to address differences respectfully. He met with Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto earlier today in Jakarta for talks on defense cooperation and global trade, marking the first stop on his overseas trip since his re-election earlier this month. Saifulbahri Ismail reports.
Mr. Albanese was welcomed to the presidential palace by dozens of soldiers on horseback and was accorded a full military honour ceremony. The Australian leader said he is in Indonesia because no relationship is more important to Australia than this one. He added that no nation is more important to the prosperity, security and stability of the Indo-Pacific than Indonesia. Mr. Albanese said security is built on the sovereignty of every nation and the rules that govern all nations. He urged Mr. Prabowo to forge closer defence ties with Australia after an agreement was struck last year covering maritime security, counter-terrorism and disaster response.
It represents the most significant step in the Australia and Indonesia security partnership for 3 decades. Let me be very clear. I do not see this agreement, though, as the last step, just the next step. And I want us to aim higher, go further and work even more closely together. And I see President Prabowo as a leader with the vision and determination to make that happen.
Mr. Prabowo said Indonesia is committed to completing the ratification of the defence agreement. Both leaders also discussed trade and investment, food security, energy transition and critical minerals. Indonesia also invited Australia to participate more in its economy. Mr. Prabowo says it's important to strengthen such cooperation amid global economic uncertainty. Indonesia is also keen to join multilateral bodies such as the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD, and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, or CPTPP.
Kita apresiasi, kita berterima kasih atas dukungan Australia dalam permintaan kita untuk menjadi anggota daripada CPTPP dan juga OECD. Saya telah menyampaikan harapan Indonesia agar Australia mendukung kita karena Australia adalah anggota penting daripada OECD dan juga Australia tahun ini adalah ketua daripada CPTPP.
Mr. Prabowo said Australia and Indonesia are fated to be neighbours, and a good neighbour is someone who will help in difficult times. He said that family may be far away, but neighbours are always right beside each other. As a gesture of goodwill, Mr. Prabowo extended an invitation to Mr. Albanese for a longer visit, suggesting a 2- or 3-week holiday in Indonesia. Mr. Prabowo even offered to personally host Mr. Albanese at his retreat in Hambalang, West Java, and share horseback riding adventures. Mr. Albanese is on a week-long trip and will head to the Vatican next, followed by a visit to Singapore on May 20th. Saifulbahri Ismail, CNA, Jakarta.